All right, so on the last section, we talked on the introductory aspect of Excel. So in this section, I will be discussing on the essential formulas and functions. So in this, I'll draw more on the simple, on all the basic formulas you need to know in Excel. So these are the basic formulas you need to know in Excel. So as an administrative virtual assistant, you cannot do without these formulas. And I know that you might be familiar with this. You might have come across this if you have made use of Excel before. So these are the basics formulas that any Excel user or any beginner can, who has come across Excel before, should be able to use. Right, so the first one is the sum. So we call this functions. So the sum functions, and we also have the average functions, we have count functions, we have max functions, and we have the mean functions. So I will show you what they are used for and in the next slide. So let me quickly share my screen. Let me share my Excel sheet. So this is my Excel sheet. This is my workbook. So here I will move to the basic formulas. So I'll move to the basic formulas. So now I want to work on the basic formulas. So the first one is the sum. Then we have others which are average, and we have count, we have max, we have mean, and we have other formulas as well. So the first thing before we can make use of this formula is that we must have our values, which are our data in numbers. So now I will generate a random numbers for the purpose of this um, training. So to generate a random numbers, we have a formula that is called round between. So now, if you want to insert a formula or if you want to insert a functions, the first thing you need to do is to type in your equal sign. So these equal signs will interpret that you want to write the functions and it should bring out the result. So the equal sign is just to tell or interpret that this is the result of what I want to do. Now, to generate a random number, so I type equals, then always make sure that you let your cap lock on. So for your functions, if you want to type in your functions, so type random, round between, between. So then you open my parentheses, then I put, okay, let's say bottom, let's say bottom, let's say, so when, okay, how this works is that whenever you write your round between, so the first number should be the least, then the second number should be the highest. So that means you want the data to be between either 0, then comma to, let's say, 7, or 1 1 to 7. So depending on what you want to do, then you close. So now the first number starts from 0. So based on the knowledge of our autofill, So the next thing I need to do is move my cursor to the node as explained in the autofill. Then I drag. Okay, let me just make it so 2, and I have my data. So I can also drag down here to replicate this. So as you can see, it has generated a random value. So the random value, it states between 0 and 9. So if you see this data, you won't see any number that is above 9. So that is how the random value works. So if you are familiar with your set table, so you should be able to understand this much more better. So now, the first basic formula we want to work on is our sum, which is, okay, it's our sum. And the first thing you need to understand is to type in your equal sign. So right now I will work on column E under row 4. So in column E4, I type my equal to, then I type in my sum, then you open your parentheses. So now what I want to do is to calculate the total number. If we add all this data from cell A12 to from cell A1 to C10. So what will be the total number of all these cells? So I can state that A1 column, but what I want to do is just, I'll move my cursor, then select the area which I want to add. As you can see, if you're observing, you see that as I'm moving this, the ranges are increasing. Now let me stop here, and if you see here, you see it's keep on going. Now let me close it. So this shows that I'm doing an addition of a range of A1 to C20. A1 to C20. So once I click here, it will show me the total number of the um, data. So that is to tell us that if we add all this data together, it will give us 107. So that is the first basic formula to know in Excel. Then the second basic formula is to calculate our average. So let us start with, excuse me. So let us start with our equal sign, then average, and you open your parentheses. Then we replicate the same way we did. Then you copy all this and press enter. So it shows the average. And you can also, okay, let's replicate this. Let's replicate. Okay, wait, I'm coming. Let's see how it works. So let's move to cell 20 as we did to the other one as well. As you can see, it says we found a typo in your formula and try to correct it. Do you want to correct it? Yeah, I want to correct. So it's okay. Shows 0. Now there's an error in this communication. So let me change this now. Let me change this. So now I've corrected this. Let's see what will happen. So it's showing an average of 0. Why? Because there are no data here. So unlike our sum addition, so since there are no data here, so let us just calculate the average of cell A1 to cell Okay, so now I've corrected it. So there was an error, so it's now correct. Now, if we should enter data here, you see that the value will be changing. Let's see. The value will be changing. So, and okay, it has changed. Now, so this is how to calculate your average. Now, the next thing is to know our max and our mean. So max stands for maximum and mean stands for minimum. So what is the maximum number in the data listed um, on the screen here in our sheet basic formulas? So the first thing to do is to insert our equal sign and type in our max, which stands for maximum, open bracket, then select all the cells as we did for the previous, close the bracket and press enter. So the maximum number here is 7. So if you look through the cell, the data, you will see that 7 is the maximum number. So the same thing is applicable. Let's calculate our mean, which stands for minimum. So once we select all these cells as we did earlier and close it and let's press enter. So you see that the minimum is 0. Why is the minimum 0? Because 0 is the only lowest number here. So the minimum is 0. So 0 is being inserted here. So this is okay. The next thing which is very important for you to know is count. Count. Let's equal sign, then count. So count will tell you the total number of data that are in these cells. Now let's see. Now we have a total number of 32 data. So if you should count from here to here, we have a total number of 32. Now let's see. From here to here is 11, and from here to here is 3. So we have a total number of 32. So this 32 shows it will not repeat. So because if this place is 11 and this place is 11, this place is 11. So 11 times 3 is 33. So now it shows 32 here because it cancels out all the other values that are being repeated. So it does not repeat. It does not repeat any digit. So it shows 32. So as this is very, very important in administrative virtual assistant to know the total number of product. Let's assume that your organizations want you to know the total number of products that are available in the organization. So you can easily make use of this formula, type count, then you select all the sales that contains products. All right, for instance, if you want to select, let's say this a particular um, sales and rows that contains products. So you can easily select A. So even if it is this, by clicking here, it select all the data or all the value in column A. And if it is what you need to do is in row 3, all you need to do is click here, then it will automatically select all the data in row 3. Now, this is what we want to do. So we click here now, all the data in row in column A. Let's assume this is where the product lies, and you want to know the total number of products in this column. All you need to do is from this the formula here. So this is the formula. Then you enter the formula. So once you enter the formula, then you come here, then you click. So once you click, it has automatically select this. So it has automatically select this. That is, um, let me cancel this. I'm coming. So I want to go back. Okay, let's say okay, this is, okay, count. This is count. Then we select A1. Now, if you look at this, you look at this, you look at this, it shows A1 colon A1. That is to tell you that this A1 start from A1 and also end in A. So there is no infinity. It has no infinity. That is, any data, if you continue to enter data, the number will change. The number will change. So it has no limit. So I have formatted this particular column to abide to the condition that anything entered here, so this place must change automatically. So that's how it works. That's how it works, and that's how you can easily locate the total number of products that are in your organization. Even if you have millions of products, even if you have millions of products, you can easily locate that in a single click. All right, so this is how to work on your use your basic formulas in Excel. All right, in the next section, so I'll be showing you how you can make use of your functions, your if functions, your and functions, your whole functions, and also how you can make use of your um, V lookups and different kind of lookups that we have. All right, for the sake of this tutorial, now this is what I want you to do. Open your Excel sheet, then create a sheet in your workbook. Create a sheet in your workbook. Name the sheet basic formulas. Generate a random numbers from 3 to 100. Generate a random number from 3 to 100 and calculate the total number for this random number, and then autofill your random number from cell A1 to cell C10. Autofill your random number from cell A1 to cell C10. So after that, calculate the total sum of cell A1 to cell C10 and calculate the average, calculate the count, calculate the mean, calculate the max, then make use of all the formulas that have been shown to you in the basic formula. All right, and save your work as PDF, share me the Excel sheet, then upload it to the comment section of your account. So I will look through it and also make corrections. All right, thank you. See you in the next section.